Hello everyone, this is the first video series which will show how to create your abstract sculpture which represents an emotion. So I want you to first reflect on these questions. How can I abstractly represent an emotion? So the word abstract is not a direct representation of something. You have to change it up and stylize it in some way. So I don't want you to literally show the emotion, but rather use your own personalized experiences or come up with your own artistic forms that can represent the emotion that you've chosen. Then I want you to think, as I'm building my sculpture, what kind of shapes or forms can I use to represent that emotion? A square would represent something different than a more flowy or curvy shape. A triangle definitely represents something different than a circle. Okay? And then the first thing we're going to start with is the base. What will the base look like? And what would go well with that theme? Okay? So you've already completed some sketches, and it's time for you to kind of nail it down and figure out what it's going to look like in the end. It could be like more of a figure, or it could be something non-objective. So I'm showing the word tranquil, so kind of peaceful, calm. So I'm going to try to sculpt some kind of more flowing, calm forms that I'm going to eventually paint blue and purple. So I really want you to have that idea in your head as you create this. And then to start, you're going to need your piece of styrofoam, which will be the base. You should have a bundle of silver wire, some tin foil. You can also use the cardboard pieces, the plaster, and also any other clear tapes or other cardboard scraps, anything really that you have around your house. Okay? So I'm going to first show you what the sculpture of a person would look like. And you can cut the wire into different lengths here for this. And the first part, I'm going to make the head shape. So I'm going to move this off to the side just so you can get a better glimpse here. And for the head, you're going to just make a loop with the wire. And this stuff is more strong and sturdy, so it's going to like really stay in its form there. And if you want to do a sculpture like the artist Alberto Giacometti that we looked at, he did his figures with really long, thin structures. Okay, so there's that head. Okay, and then I'm just going to make this become the body here. And then I'm going to take another piece and I'm going to fold it in half. And this is going to be the legs. And you can like move this. Do you want it higher up or lower? You decide. I think I'm going to move it a bit higher up. And this is where I might undo this just to attach it a bit more securely. So what I'm actually going to do is hook these through and then kind of loop this one around here just so it attaches more securely. And then I'm going to do the twisty tie loop around this one. So there I have the beginnings of some legs. Eventually I could carve on the feet, okay? But then I'm going to take another piece of wire for the arms, and this is a bit too big. You can use your scissors to trim it. I think that one might be a bit too small. So I am just going to go ahead and use this one, and you can either thread it through this piece to help you, or you can kind of wrap it around. So I'm going to kind of move it here and kind of loop it around to get it to hold. And then this is where you can be pretty gestural or show some abstracted forms. Like the body does not have to look like a realistic human body with the correct facial structure compared to the length of the arms and the legs. So I do want to make one arm kind of longer, and I could almost like loop this around I'm going to do a shorter arm here, just to really elongate this one and to show more expressive there. So for this, I think maybe I'm going to do the form here to show more of like joyfulness or celebratory pose. And then in my second video, I'll show you how I'm doing the tranquil one. Okay, so there's that. If I make him look like he's dancing, I don't know, you can play around with the forms or the bend in the knee if he's like jumping. I could pull this for like the beginnings of a foot here. Okay. So there's my skeleton. This is what is called an armature part of the sculpture. The armature is just the underneath layer that gives the rest of the structure its sturdiness and strength to be able to hold up.